Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. Listen, we're talking to you about Tyrese and DJ Envy. And I watched this is the second clip that I've done. And I watched this video and I said, there's something so familiar about this energy with Tyrese. I'm not going to call him a narc. I don't like doing that. No one's been diagnosed. But I feel like there could be a little bit of a heavy manipulation in the way that Tyrese operates. And I may be projecting. I want to be very honest. I could be projecting. I just remember a certain time that someone did something to me where they do stuff for you. They make grand gestures for you. Then when they ask for a favor, when you don't do it, they turn against you. And then they use those very things they said that they did for you against you. And I was like, I feel like when I was listening to Tyrese and then DJ Envy conversation, I was like, oh, this sounds familiar. And I was listening to Tyrese, and I was like, is he doing the exact same thing? But we're gonna discuss it. Maybe I want to be very fair. I want to be very frank. I don't be calling people narcs all over the shop. I don't do that. I don't like it. But it feels like there might be a little bit of heavy manipulation. I'll give you my thoughts as to why I feel that way as we watch the video between DJ Envy and Tyrese, and we break it down even more. But if you're new to the channel, do me a massive favor, like it, share, and subscribe. Like this video, share it, subscribe. It just helps with the analytics. It means that more people can watch and enjoy it too. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we want to get to 100K. You guys have been doing a great job already. We've been killing it the last few months. And you guys have been speeding us along, man. We've like hit 2K already in the last month or so. So keep pushing it, keep subscribing, keep sharing with other people who want to subscribe to an educational entertainment channel. Okay, we're gonna keep it real with the commentary and keep it lit round here. We like carnage. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because streets out there are hot. Let's get into this carnage of a conversation. Let's hopefully break it down. Leave a comment down below too if you agree with my commentary as we speak. Let's go.
It's like, yo, man, I'm on my way to New York. I got a bunch of interviews and meetings and label. I got to go run in the label, go this and that. That was all a lie. I flew in town just for you and your wife.
Oh, wow.
But this is the part that I don't appreciate about it.
Now, you see that first part? You know when someone wants to let you know what they did for you, you have to be very careful that kind of thing because it can easily be manipulation. When someone's like, oh, you know, I took time off work, like it can be genuine. Don't get it twisted. I took time off work to do X, Y, and Z for you. Yeah, but you decided to do that. I didn't tell you to do it. You wanted to do that. When you lied and said you were coming to help me, you didn't consult me. You did it for yourself. Yes, you're coming to help me, but no one told you to take some time off. No one told you to lie about it. Nobody told you to be sneaky about it. You chose to do that. So you went above and beyond for you. You know what I'm saying to you? Don't then try to flip onto me and make me feel guilty like you did the most craziest thing for me, right? And so that's why I said about the manipulation straight away, because what they try to do is start making you feel guilty. Look how much I've done for you. Look how much I've done for you. I remember one time I had a friend who they gave me their trainers, right? And at that time I didn't have no football boots. And I was like, I appreciate it, bro, thank you. And then after that, they kept on saying little things. Oh, would you do this? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. Do you want to do this? No. Bro, come on, man. How can you do that when I've given you my football boots? What? Bro, so you didn't give it to me in the goodness of your heart. You're now trying to use that as a leverage because I don't want to do what you want to do. Come on now. That's the kind of stuff that happens. Manipulation. Oh crap! I don't give you my emails. All right, let's go. Let me get back on track and give you what was being said there. All right, here we go.
I text you and I was like, yo, man, I'm on my way to New York. I got a bunch of interviews and meetings and label. I got to go run in the label, go this and that. That was all a lie. I flew in.
As you see, DJ Envy's face, he's like, okay, so.
Town just for you and your wife.
Oh. And thank you for doing that, right? Appreciative. Are you trying to make you have more brownie points to say something? Because I didn't tell you to do that. You decided to do that, right?
Oh, wow.
But this is the part that I don't appreciate about Envy. Is when Tyrese divorce comes across your headline. When the captions associated to the things that come across your desk. where's that same heart and love that I extended to you that you could extend to me, instead of it just being paper pushing? And this is what Tyrese is on the gram again.
Now let's pause it here. This is why I don't like people reaching out to me when I'm covering them. This is why I didn't like when I do Ready to Love, people reaching out to me, because what happens is they start asking for, not asking necessarily, but it's almost this onus of the person, like, we've built a friendship now, so come on, give me a good headline. I'm not saying anyone's actually said that per se, word for word, but I'm saying, like, you start to notice, right? If I'm going to do my job, I need to be somewhat impartial, meaning that everyone's got to get the same treatment. Now, whether I'm cool with you or not, I need to give you the same headline I give somebody else. What at a point when I'm giving you preferential treatment, I'm not being as fair and down the line as I could be. And this is why when people start reaching out to you and you're helping me out, fine, you help me out, I appreciate it. I got a whole job to do. Before you decided to get off a plane and lie about where you're coming, I had a job to do. Whether God sent you or not, I had a job to do. Now, I get also Tyrese's point of view. If I've built a friendship up with you, or if I've built up some rapport with you, right? At the same time too, human nature says, sort me out, help me out. You know what I mean? Of course, cover it, but cover it in a better way, right? Or at least from your point of view, when I'm looking at you, bro, you know that, fam, if they're gonna do that, dude, support me. You know what I mean? Cover me a little bit. That's what he's looking for. Now, I can't remember what was said by DJ Envy during the Tyrese divorce situation, so I'm not really sure, right? But in the end, I can understand where he's coming from too. If I've built a rapport with you, it'd be nice to cover me a little bit. I get it.
And then it's like, okay, that's expected. No, it's all right. This is my brother.
Envy can't sing though.
No,
he
Envy
can't.
never
Dude,
does
shut
that
up, man.
though.
Why is everything a
He
joke to
does
you,
that.
man?
I'm not joking.
Why is everything
He
serious?
does
While
that.
every on-air personality, blog, podcast, whatever, they got a job to do. They're gonna say things for clickbait, ratings, this and that. But when you have certain people on the radio and you've developed some type of relationship with them, and again, you owe me nothing, right? Ultimately, you did the work.
Right.
God just decided to take my hand and use it in any way he can. And there's nobody.
See, and then now this become okay. So if it was God work, don't try to have the credit for it, right? Like you got off the plane and lied about it and Don't try to get credit for it. It's God work, right? It's a God work that was working, and I obliged, and I appreciate you for that. That doesn't mean that now, because now it feels like I'm owing you. It's a part, and do you know it's interesting, because my attachment style is fearful avoidant. This is the kind of we avoid. This is the kind of ish that we don't like. We really don't like this stuff. Like as soon as someone does this kind of stuff, we immediately eject. Whenever we start feeling like someone's trying to manipulate or control, we immediately reject. And this would have caused me to run a mile. Because I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. You're me. Wait, hold on. Did you do this out of the goodness of your heart, or are you doing this for a favor? Right? Immediately. Because you're now talking about how, God used me to talk to you. You're now trying to make me feel guilty about the fact that I didn't do what you wanted me to do. Nah, I'm not gonna have it.
That could ever give me more props than what God has done for me.
Yeah.
To say, like, good job, son. You did everything I asked you to do. You don't even know what I have in mind for you, but you did it. And there's a very married couple that was very married. Everybody go through things. But why is my marriage funny? Why is my divorce just something to talk about?
Perfect.
Where is the outreach?
Well, your divorce is something to talk about, because DJ Envy's marriage was something to talk about. You're in the business of fame, and everybody's business is to talk about. Listen, if I mess up, I'm the next one to be talked about, because we're now becoming public figures who do commentary, or who do music, or who do Breakfast Club, or who do music. Because you are somebody of renown, and you are somebody of some notoriety, you know the word, notoriety. That's why your thing is being discussed, bro. Again, you're asking me to do something that I cannot not do. It's my job. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's my job.
This is a good conversation. Let's put it all out there. Go ahead.
Where is the call? You good, Reese?
It's like
we checked on.
And that's a fair point. When you're going through a divorce, there should have been a call, right? There should have been me reaching out to you to make sure you're good, make sure you're okay, make sure you're fine. Make sure that, you know what, bro, like, you supported me, let me support you now. What's going on with you? That I definitely agree with Tyrese. Where is that call? Why are we not having that?
to come to Atlanta and come pull up on you at the house.
Charlemagne did,
put my eyes on you.
Let me tell you.
Charlemagne came to do an interview that I requested for him to do. I'd never stepped in, and God never used me to step in when this man's marriage was potentially on the brink.
I'm gonna tell you why.
So you're expecting, this is the stuff I don't like about Tyrese. You're now stating that, okay, so God never used me to touch the Charlemagne, so I'm not expecting, but God used me to touch your marriage, so I'm expecting you to. That's what you're really saying. Underneath it all, what you're really saying is, and that's why it's manipulative.
It's kind of like,
it's like God used me to talk to your marriage, so I'm expecting you to reach out to me when I'm having my situation. Well, like you said, God told you. Did God tell DJ Envy? God told you, right? God told you, Tyrese. Did God tell DJ Envy? If he didn't, what are you expecting? Now, of course, I still expect it by human nature. If you've helped me and reached out to me and supported me in my time of need, I'm gonna reach out and support you in your time of need. That's a common human thing. But it's the fact that he's using the God power. When you start using God in certain situations, it becomes this kind of like this kind of weight that you're trying to use as a way as leverage. And so when someone says that, oh, but when God spoke to me, and almost trying to make the person feel bad again and feel guilty, it's about feeling guilty. When God used me to speak to your marriage, now player.
When a preacher tells you something in church, right? And the preacher tells you what you need to do to be better. Then you look at the preacher's life and you say, how do you teach me something that you're not doing? I don't respect the preacher anymore.
Oh, shit.
I respect the message and how it came. But you know what I've been through, and you know how I changed as a man and as a person. And you were there for it. You was a brother for it. But then when I look at my brother and saying what he's telling me to do and how he's telling me to live, he's not living that way. I don't respect it.
How do we know that, though?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why, because and these are the things that we've seen, and not only in private, because things that we know in private, but it's also things that I see in public.
Okay.
Me and my wife are good, right?
Hold on. I got to respond to that.
Let me give examples first so you understand where I'm coming from. Because if you don't know where I'm coming from, you're just going to pull things out the blue.
I'm not going to pull anything out the blue. I'm going to respond to what you just said. First of all, to arrive at an opinion of what I'm doing versus what I'm not doing is based on public consumption. I never made a decision, or God never used me to make a decision about your life based on what was being reported on public consumption.
So Tyrese, if you're again, this is what I'm trying to say, you're using the God factor again. Well, when you decided to go and help DJ Envy, it was, again, you quote unquote just said it, God used you in that moment to not see in the way that the public see it. If God is not speaking to DJ Envy, you cannot put the same emphasis on you that you put on DJ Envy. By your own words, God allowed you to see things beyond the public consumption. Do you get it? So hold him to the same standard. It's not going to work. I don't think it's manipulative here. I just think he's telling that's his perspective.
I know about you, what I know about what you did, what I ultimately knew about what your wife was feeling and carrying, and what y'all were in the process of. You couldn't read none of that online. I got that information from the outreach. So whatever feelings you have about me and what I should be or shouldn't be doing pertaining to my approach with how I'm unraveling and bleeding out loud in the middle of my thing, that would have actually been the reason to call.
No, and I did have conversations with you, and this is from before your ex-wife, when you were talking to the girl out overseas and who you were as a man. I didn't respect that. I took a step back because.
Now there you go, Tyrese. There you go. I did have an insider information from previous when you dealt with previous women. What more did you want, Tyrese? Now it's funny because I remember a situation with a particular friend where they did something wrong to another friend of mine. They had connected with another friend. They did something wrong, and so I called that person up. I said, "Hey, what did you do?" And it was like, "Oh, the situation did it." And I said, "No. You don't ever do that to somebody. Why would you do that?" Then all the excuses were coming out. How are you gonna believe them? And I said, "How am I gonna believe them? I know who they are, just like I know who you are." Right? So when someone's got that manipulative tendency, even when they get called out, they're still trying to manipulate. Even when they get called out, they're still trying to lie. Even when they get called out, they're now trying to flip it onto you. So I'm like, so I understand what Tyrese is saying, that, hey, it would have been a good time to reach out. But like DJ was saying, I already had some prior information about how you move. Okay, I already knew how you move. That's why I'm able to make the deductions that I made.
I didn't know what you were going through, and I tried to talk to you, and I seen who you were, and I didn't even like who you were online. And to my point, I tried, and when I seen how you were talking this way, I said, I'm going to take a step back.
And you know, when me and
How
Tyrese
convenient.
How convenient? Yeah, how convenient. Yeah, when the way you were talking, the way that you were.
How convenient to step back.
What you mean?
I never stepped back from you.
From you.
It's right.
You should have.
But I never talked to your wife in a disrespectful manner, and you talked to mine in a disrespectful manner.
And that's where we come to a conclusion. So, listen. I understand where Tyree's coming from. I can get it. It's painful when you do so much for somebody and it doesn't necessarily get given back. I do actually get that as a base level, as a human being. When you do something for somebody and you support them in their time of need and you're around them and you care about them, and then when it's your time, they don't give it back. That is painful. That I can understand. But I also understand DJ Envy's point of view here too. Is like, yeah, bro, I hear you, but I don't respect you as a man because some of the things that you did, I know some of you have previous form. So this is why you probably found it very difficult to understand these psych meds, because some of the things that you do, you've probably done it when you were off meds. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So I get it, man. I hear it. But do you agree, guys? Do you disagree? What did you guys hear? Let me know your comments down below and let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree that Tyrese was right about how he handled the DJ Envy situation? Or do you believe DJ Envy was right about the Tyrese situation? Let me know down below what you guys think and what your thoughts are. We'd love to hear your perspectives and views. And don't forget, we're trying to get to 100K subscribers. Subscribe down below. And if you haven't done so already, click on the membership as well. We do lives every other Tuesday for members only. And it's £1 or $1.